More than 200 top chief executives of some of the largest companies in South Africa gathered here in Sandton for a night under the stars. Their mission: to change the lives of thousands of South Africa's most vulnerable children. This has got to be one of the coldest nights in winter in Johannesburg. Now, the purpose behind this event, that is getting South Africa's top CEOs to sleep out here in the street of Sandton, is really to have them experience and feel what the homeless have to endure for most of the nights during winter. That is to go to bed with just a piece of cardboard over their heads and very little food to eat. But I have to admit, the atmosphere here is very festive, and as one CEO put it to me, tonight is a celebration, and it truly is a celebration, with South Africa's top business leaders committing collectively to make a difference.
I think the initiative is wonderful, I really do. I'm ambivalent about sleeping on the street. I mean, you drive past these poor guys in the street, and I think I'm sympathetic, I really do. I feel their pain. But when you're out here, and you realize kind of what it must be like. I'm in great clothes, you know what I mean? So this is to funding charity where you're kind of experiencing the struggle that you're trying to avert. Quite unique.
It's very simple. If you're doing something that might make a positive difference in somebody else's life, a positive difference, why wouldn't you do it? The gaps in our country are so wide. It's going to take more than just CEOs to do that. It's going to take a number of us. So my kids, right, have got to think about, so how do I make a difference in somebody else's life? And that doesn't have to be only somebody out there. It could be a cousin, could be an aunt, it could be the ladies' children who help us at home, because that might just change the way in which we interact with each other.
The big thing is that if all of us realize that a lot of the success that we derive comes from the community, and it's important for us to give back to the communities from which we come. And I think, if every CEO here can play his little part in doing that, I think we would have achieved a lot. So I think initiatives like this really kind of drive up the awareness and the need for people to contribute. And I think it also gives context. So I think a lot of people, when you create an initiative like this, you find people rise up to the challenge and then start to contribute. So I think we need a little bit more of that, and then you'll find more people contributing to things. From as little as contributing 10 rand towards an initiative.
Given the vast economic challenges faced by the majority of ordinary South Africans, this event is also a great opportunity to touch on some of South Africa's social transformation issues with the top CEOs present here this evening, especially from the mining sector.
I joined Lonmin 11 months after Marikana in 2012, and my real purpose was to go and make a positive difference, to go and build bridges with the employees, with communities, with government, with all stakeholders, so that they can all feel that Lonmin is a net positive contributor to their well-being. And really, what we talk in Lonmin today is about how we dig to improve lives, how we dig to improve our country, that indeed we dig Africa. But in doing that, we need everybody to feel that we are contributing to their own well-being. So what we are going through is really that effort to say, yes, in the face of all the adversity and the challenges we have had with Marikana in 2012, could we use Marikana as that opportunity, as that catalyst, like the metal we produce? Can it be a catalyst for positive change for the whole society? And that's the purpose that excites me every day going to Lonmin.
We need to actually get together with government, industry and organised labour. And we need to actually work out how we're going to craft a sustainable mining industry. It's going to require leadership on all sides. It requires a contribution from all sides. The mining industry can't do it on its own. It needs the government to create the right environment for us. It needs the unions to be more flexible and aligning themselves with the interests of the industry. And the industry needs also to play its role in doing its best to train people, to create longevity in its own mines. So it's a partnership. If we're going to solve all of these problems, we need a partnership, an alliance between government, industry and trade unions. I've been calling for that personally in my capacity as Goldfields CEO for some years. I don't think we've quite achieved it yet. We've got various forums. We're not there yet. Let's get the leadership together.
Each of these CEOs have pledged a substantial amount of money to be donated to a boys and girls home, totaling around 25 million rand.
Initially, day one, the founder of Boys Town was Father Osmond. He got hold of the Oppenheimer family, Harry and his wife Caroline, and big money used to come from the Oppenheimer family. But since then, I mean, Harry Oppenheimer has passed away, his wife's passed away, his son Nicky now runs Angler. But as time has moved on, well, since I was in Boys Town until where we are now, that money is not coming through anymore. So if it wasn't for things like this, I don't know, looking ahead, I don't know where the money's going to come from. So this is, I think, is brilliant, and it's a great idea.
By hosting this event, South Africa has officially become a participant of the global movement in looking beyond profits to purpose. It is also hoped that the country's business leaders will develop a stronger voice when it comes to social transformation and find long-term solutions with government to reduce inequality and unemployment. Nashina Mohammed for Joburg Today.